Hi and welcome to the Canada Credit Card Expert channel. Today we're going to explore National Bank of Canada's World Elite Mastercard, the top-end Mastercard, and that means Canada's sixth largest bank. Even though you don't actually see a lot of branches on the high street, they do have this card that we would like to actually talk about. And at the same time, I would like to remind you that here at the Canada Credit Card Expert channel, it's all about you. We would like to actually give you the best possible credit card for whatever it is that you want to achieve, be it cashback or perhaps travel or anything else, whatever perks there might be out there for you. So without further ado, let's actually talk about the World Elite Mastercard by NBC. Why Mastercard and why NBC? You might be asking, well, there are quite a few types of people that are actually inquiring about it. Firstly, we got the people who are the Costco people. People definitely need a good MasterCard, something that actually be slightly better than the co-brand CIBC Costco and would actually give them a good overall all-in type of credit card. Then you get the people who actually say they love Amex and they want to use Amex as much as they can, but they still are looking for a secondary card just in case Amex has not been accepted, and they're looking into an overall all-in type of cards with a little bit of points, a little bit of perks, and that is kind of a nice secondary credit card to look into. And finally, you have people actually one credit card only or looking for a MasterCard globally accepted with a little bit of each, as we mentioned, a little bit of perks, annual fee credit, a little bit of insurances, good for travel, good for cashback, good for whatever it is that they're after. So they are looking into this credit card. So not bad at all. And we could actually think about a credit card being a major MasterCard, which would work out to be no annual fee. And then there are the perks. Well, let's start with $150 annual fee credit. And you can actually see it right now on the screen. This is pretty easy to use if you make given one travel a year, and that means you could use it for seat selection, seat upgrades, cabin upgrades, airport parking. You can even use it for lounges. So anything at all that has to do with your airport experience would actually entail $150 back, which means you paid it and you got it back. So that's not actually that bad. If you are going to use it, this is a no annual fee whatsoever. There are actually two other features of this card that make it a little bit more attractive than the average other card in Canada, and that means a lot of people will actually get it before they would actually consider other cards. Now, let's actually talk about medical insurance, emergency medical insurance, as you might actually know. All you got to do is to have the credit card. You don't even have to use it in order to activate this insurance. By the sheer fact of having the card, you are insured for travel medical emergency and only for this particular insurance. So remember, all other insurances require you to actually use the card in order to activate them. So let's actually go briefly over it. Most credit cards in Canada, especially credit cards, are similar in nature. Category 4, mid-100s annual fee, travel cards, etc., would give you anywhere between 15 and 25 days. Some of them would give you 31 at the high end. By the end of the day, if you are more than 31 days, you're extremely lucky. There are a few cards that will actually do much better, especially of the Desjardins group, but also there will be quite a few of them like Calabria, etc. This particular card is definitely one of these that will actually give you 60 days. That is staggering. 60 days if you are under 55 and 31 days if you are under 65. That is way beyond the average in Canada. An insurance element that is actually very important and draws a lot of people into the card is the flight cancellation and interruption for redemption tickets. It is possibly the only credit card in Canada that actually does it. And that means if you actually booked an award travel that is a flight, even through points, then this type of insurance would actually kick in. You would have to use the card for it. Now, this is, as we said, unique in Canada, and that is something that actually gives you an advantage because you've got to remember that only the Air Canada Aeroplan credit card here in Canada would actually give you insurance, flight insurance on redemptions, but only on Air Canada. So this is not even the case on other co-branded credit cards in Canada. So this is a pretty interesting type of perk to have. And this, again, this is major for those of us who actually make a lot of airline redemptions. Now, finally, there is one more thing that might not be a big deal, or it is a big deal, but the NBC Lounge at the international section of the YUL, Montreal Airport. Well, that is something that you might want to use, but we do actually see a lot of reviews that is constantly packed with people, as it does allow for priority pass holders to actually access the lounge as well. So again, your mileage might vary, but I mean, that is also part of this card. Now, a word about points. This card actually gives you points at the rate of 5 points per $1 spent on anything food, that is restaurant and groceries. Now, there is a little caveat to it, and that means $2,500 a month on any category, and this rate is going down to 2 points per $1. So you got to remember this is 5 points, but only for the first $2,500 per month. When we talk about EV charging, petrol, or recurring bill payment, then we are talking about 2 points per $1, and it's again 2 points per $1 on a la carte travel booking. So if you booked it with the in-house travel agency of National Bank, you will get 2 points per $1, and then you have $1 on anything else. So as per redemptions, we got basically 100 points per $1 if you do it on the a la carte travel. Now, a la carte travel meaning travel bookings. Anything else would mostly be 0.83, that is 5/6 for any other redemption. That could be merchandise, it could be, say, gift cards, it could be, for example, investment account, a redemption into investing, etc. But this is a big thing here. NBC actually allows you to redeem it against travel booking you've done yourself directly with the provider. So if you were to book an Air Canada flight, you would still be able to redeem it, and all these redemptions must take place within 60 days. However, in the case of the Lotter, the ratio would be 0.83 instead of 1. That means if you have 60,000 points and you redeemed it for a la carte travel, that would mean $600. However, anything else, that would mean $500 or less. So again, it's 0.83 on most things, but there are even worse redemptions when it comes to points. The best redemption with NBC World Elite Mastercard, again, is redeeming for travel booking on the in-house travel agency of NBC, a la carte travel. So overall, this is the credit card with its very unique features. That is the insurances, the two insurances were mentioned earlier, and also, if that is of any meaning to you, the possibility of getting the $150 annual fee offset by actually using the credit. Now, we're not sure what you look at when you actually look at lounges, but there are definitely much better offerings in the market. But to sum it up, this credit card is quintessentially not very exciting, but not very boring. So it's kind of middle of the line, category 4, typical credit card for someone who is kind of sitting on the fence or looking for a secondary card. It could be your main card if you're not big into playing the game of redemptions, airline redemptions especially. So having said all that, we do actually hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll be looking forward to seeing you here very soon.